This is going to be a general chakra reading. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies you might be experiencing throughout your chakras. Now, let's start off by taking some overall messages to see what the themes are. And we have yes, proceed, be seen, push through. I love this because I think people have been going through a very difficult time lately, okay? This is basically reminding you to push through any insecurities, any obstacles, anything that you feel could be holding you back right now. Don't stop, okay? I almost want to say don't stop believing. I don't know where that song came from all of a sudden, but I would just say, you know, you're on a journey, no pun intended. So let's see what else you need to know. Reflect. What does standing still reveal? Very good question, and I love that. That is so connected to that card because ultimately you may be standing still. And what does that say? What does that say about your situation? You know, I've been having these conversations a lot lately about fear. What are we so afraid of? What has us standing still? You know, and it's good to reflect. It's good to think about the things that could be getting in your way, but at the same time, we can't stay in that energy forever, right? We do have to make some moves. All right, let's see what else we need to know here as the major theme. And we have don't fear change, embrace it and grow. So I would say that the themes are very, very clear, okay? So we definitely need to make some moves, embrace it, and see what happens, okay? So I'm going to move these cards out of the way, and then we will take a look at each chakra and see what we need to know, all right? So let's start off with the root chakra. This is your base chakra, the foundation, your Mars energy. And we have the Nine of Wands. I sometimes call this the Nine of Wounds. The Nine of Wounds, I would say, is like saying wounded warrior, right? Been through battle. It's almost like you have one knee down. You're not down and out, but you got to keep going forward. You have to push. You have to get out of the fear and get to where you need to be, wherever you're meant to be. So let's take some oracle cards on each side of these chakras for some messages. And we have, diamond ring, proposal, next level. I mean, this could be literal engagement, but to me, this is about intentions. It even says on their statement of intent, setting your intentions for what you want, going to that next level. And let's see what else you need to know. The mirror. Being self-aware, seeing things clearly. It's also self-assessment. And I think that that really goes with the card that we just talked about. You know, this is saying, what does standing still reveal, right? So, oh, I've got kitty, of course, I've got kitty parkour and scratching in the background. So let's see, what do we need to know about the sacral chakra, which is Venus? Self-worth, self-value, and self-respect. And by the way, the orange cards in this deck represent the sacral chakra, so no surprise. Nine of Cups, we have 9-9. Ask and you shall receive, okay? So, interesting. Are you open to receiving? Do you know how to receive? Somebody asked me yesterday, what does that look like? How do I get into my feminine energy? And I can give you some very quick tips. Very simple. If you don't know where to start, start by accepting a compliment. When somebody pays you a compliment for whatever reason, just say, thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Don't diffuse it with something else. In other words, I find that if somebody compliments a shirt you're wearing, often the response is usually, yeah, I bought this on sale at whatever place. It was 20% off. And people want to justify why they bought it. You don't have to justify why you bought it. If you like it, that's okay. It's all good. Just remember, take a compliment. Thank you. If somebody wants to buy you a coffee or lunch, thank you. Thank you. Somebody wants to help you with something, carrying some boxes, doing a task, thank you. It doesn't have to be transactional where all of a sudden you have to go return the favor instantly with buying somebody a coffee instantly in return the next day, or by doing something automatically to sort of pay your debt. Allow yourself to receive, okay? So let's see what else we need to know here. That Nine of Cups. You know, this is about being heart-centered. So again, self-esteem. The theme here really is self-esteem, self-worth, self-value, and self-respect, believing in yourself, overcoming difficulties. That Nine of Wands we talked about, that Nine of Wounds, overcoming difficulties. being heart-centered. Remember, the longest journey is from the head to the heart. That's often where people struggle, right? And I'm not talking about romantically when I talk about the heart, okay? Like, your heart has an electromagnetic field around it. It can sense things. It's like an intuition, right? And it knows before the gut. So we don't want to listen to our brain because our brain lies to us. But our heart will always tell you. Now, let's see. There's the emptiness. It's time to move on. You know, there's a cycle completion here, and we know it. These eclipses that we've been having, this fiery energy that we've been having, even though it's funny, astrologically, if I'm not mistaken, many of the planets have been in water and earth. So you wonder, where does this fire come from? But there is this sort of like push to do different. And I think people are very on edge. I think they're very reactive, you know? And I think that in the past few days, we've been maybe saying things that were blown out of proportion. Or we put our foot in our mouth, or we had a miscommunication. You know, it almost feels like Mercury retrograde vibes without being Mercury retrograde. And I don't know if any of you feel that. Let me know in the comments. Have you had any of these moments the last few days where, you know, you were mad, you were angry, you had a miscommunication, you popped off, whatever it is, you know, you're not alone. So let's take a look at this, I was going to say sacral again. No, it's a solar plexus. Okay, solar plexus. Another orange card. This is all funny. I'm not wrong when I say sacral. It's what's coming out. It's what I feel. The Magician. Okay, so in your solar plexus, you've got the Magician, and the Magician is all about how you communicate, manifestation. Be very careful about what you think, feel, do, or say right now, because of course it manifests. If you say, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, you're going to get more, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. If you say I'm confused all the time, well, guess what? You're going to get more confusion. So you have to be very clear in your personal power. What do you want? And I say that with conviction. I know, I always say I sound like I'm in the Notebook, but like, what do you want? We always know the things we don't want. What do you actually want? And I want you to receive. There's the Woman card. This could be you or a person you're dealing with. I mean, sure, it can be a person, but it's about being in receiving mode. Are you open to receiving the blessings? And there's the Anchor. This is about stability and perseverance. You know, you've got to push through. And I love looking at the cards on either side of the chakras here, because on this side here, it's about setting intentions, being strong in your self-esteem, receiving the rewards. And on this side, it's really about looking at yourself clearly, moving on from things, having the strength and the persistence to do so. So always very interesting messages on either side. Now, let's take a look at the heart chakra. Everybody always wants to know about the heart, right? So, Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups says you got to walk away from things that no longer serve you. And it's not just walking away. It's walking towards things that are better for you, okay? You may not know that in the moment, but understand there's protection in everything that happens, right? They always say that line, rejection is God's protection. Sometimes if it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you, but something else is, and it will be better. You just don't see it yet. And here's the thing. In the heart, there's some overthinking and clouds, doubts, hesitations, confusion. And what did I just say earlier? I said, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, brings more I don't know, or confusion brings more confusion. This card even says misunderstandings of the heart. And I think this energy has brought about a few of those. And let's see what else. Strength. I mean, it's very clear. Strength and courage to push yourself forward. Queen of Fire is confidence. The ability to believe in oneself. Okay? So, very interesting energy. Now, let's take a look at the throat chakra. Now, throat chakra is, of course, speaking our truth. The Devil. Notice that, again, 4 out of 5 cards are orange, right? This is Venus, the sacral chakra. And Devil card is about restrictions. You know, feeling chained or held back. What are you not saying? What is not being said? It's almost like there's a conversation that's not being had or communicated properly. Because there could be some misunderstandings, some confusion, indecision, things are unclear, there's overthinking. And we need to find that strength to break the chains. Okay, so let's see what else we need to know here. The ladybug. Here's the thing. You can have the vibrant, abundant life. You can be happy. You can be comfortable. Have balance. Wishes can absolutely come true, but you have to believe it. And you got to walk away from things that no longer serve you towards things that are much better for you to allow that new energy to come in. But there's a lot of fear there, right? And with that, we have the shield. So whenever I see this card, I definitely think of somebody who's got their shield up. Self-preservation mode, safeguard, blocked. Oh, Jimmy just confirmed in the background. I would say that this kind of energy says, I'm not really that open. Energy is not open to move forward. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You know what? It's interesting. My cat is now playing with cards on the table and jumping. Yes. I would say that we have very restless energy. She discovered cards. She was pawing at them and she bounced. She bounced. I don't know if that's a message for anybody. Did somebody bounce? Like, did somebody leave? Did somebody like get mad about something and just bounce? I don't know. Weird message. But anyways, wow. When the kitties get involved, we get confirmations. It's like part of the process here. But I would say there is a lot of self-preservation. And, you know, I think it's so important to take that shield down and to be open and vulnerable. I know how hard that is, but it just feels like there's a lot of restrictions here. So let's take a look at the third eye. Seven of Cups, dreams, illusions, confusion. I think some people are really struggling right now with what is their intuition and what is their anxiety. You know, Seven of Cups is about dreams. You might be having some very vivid dreams. I know I am. This also says you need to make a decision. And look, you're blessed with options. You could choose any one of these cups, but it's like not making a decision is making a decision. And that's the standing still. Very in tune with the overall messages that we got at the very beginning. And let's see what else we need to know. Yeah, you're in a power struggle. Should I? Shouldn't I? But you need to be more assertive and determined to make a change. I know that's hard to do, but it will benefit you in the long run if you're taking that risk. No risk, no reward. And let's see what else we need to know. Within a few weeks. The situation or event in question will develop or unfold within a matter of weeks. So there will be some sort of clarity that comes your way. And let's take a look at the crown chakra. Speaking of clarity. Four of Cups. Wow. Four of Cups is a card of overthinking and overanalyzing and possibly missing opportunities. So let's take a look at the Oracle card. The Lovers. Deep soul connection, decision and love. You know, I'm going to go double on the top cards here. Challenge the status quo. You're going to have to do different. If you want different, you have to do different. Okay, let's see what else here. The ballet shoes, stamina, endurance, repetition, effort required. Man, this is all about strength. To move out of a situation or to make moves, somebody's got to speak up. There's the microphone. My online family calls this big mic. News, expression, make known. You know what? I want to do something. I want to take another card here. I want to take another tarot card because I took two for the others. 10 of Wands. Here's the thing. I think someone is fighting the shift. 10 of Wands is mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally exhausted. At what point do you stop over analyzing and thinking about every detail or wanting to know the who, what, when, where, why, and how? You know, it doesn't serve anything. And that, coming back, I just want to come back to the three cards at the beginning, okay? We had here, yes, proceed, be seen, push through, right? And then we have, what does standing still reveal? Reflect on that. What does it serve you? It keeps us in a comfort zone that's not so comfortable. Don't fear change, embrace it, and grow. That's the key here. Okay, let's take some power of surrender just to see what we need to surrender or surrender to right now. Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Yes, I think there's a lot of stress going on for sure. Okay. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or to solving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Stress and frustration is definitely an issue. And one last one here. Surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So, in other words, these cards are very on point. There's something that needs to be seen clearly, and being in a state of frustration or stress does not help anything. It just keeps things stagnant. So, I invite you to answer the question, what does standing still reveal? Okay? I really hope this resonates with you. Thank you so much for listening to my reading. Thank you for listening to the kitty confirmations. We will take them in stride. But I always appreciate a subscribe, a like, a comment. Thank you so much, and I wish you an amazing day.